Hello, welcome to Corey Reads. This is Corey, and I will be reading chapter 21 of the first book of Genesis. First book of Moses called Genesis. Sorry. This is actually a fairly important one in regards to the world religions. So let's get right into it. And the Lord visited Sarah as he had said, and the Lord did unto Sarah as he had spoken. For Sarah conceived and bare Abraham a son in his old age, at the set time of which God had spoken to him. And Abraham called the name of his son that was born unto him, whom Sarah bare to him, Isaac. And Abraham circumcised his son Isaac, being 8 days old, as God had commanded him. And Abraham was 100 years old when his son Isaac was born unto him. And Sarah said, God hath made me to laugh, so that all that hear will laugh with me. And she said, Who would have said unto Abraham that Sarah should have given children suck? For I have borne him a son in his old age. And the child grew and was weaned, and Abraham made a great feast the same day that Isaac was weaned. And Sarah saw the son of Hagar, the Egyptian, which she had borne unto Abraham, mocking. Wherefore she said unto Abraham, Cast out this bondwoman and her son, for the son of this bondwoman shall not be heir with my son, even with Isaac. And the thing was very grievous in Abraham's sight because of his son. And God said unto Abraham, Let it not be grievous in thy sight, because of the lad and because of thy bondwoman, and all that Sarah hath said unto thee, hearken unto her voice. For in Isaac shall thy seed be called. And also of the son of the bondwoman will I make a nation, because he is thy seed. And Abraham rose up early in the morning, and took bread and a bottle of water, and gave it unto Hagar, putting it on her shoulder. And the child and sent her away, and she departed and wandered in the wilderness of Beersheba. And the water was spent in the bottle, and she cast the child under one of the shrubs. And she went and sat down over against him, a good way off, as it were a bow shot. For she said, Let me not see the death of the child. And she sat over him against him, and lifted up her voice, and wept. And God heard the voice of the lad, and the angel of God called to Hagar out of heaven, and said unto her, What aileth thee, Hagar? Fear not, for God hath heard the voice of the lad where he is. Arise, lift up the lad, and hold him in thine hand, and for I will make him a great nation. And God opened her eyes, and she saw a well of water. And she went and filled the bottle with water, and gave the lad drink. And God was with the lad, and he grew and dwelt in the wilderness, and became an archer. And he dwelt in the wilderness of Paran. And his mother took his wife out of the land of Egypt. And it came to pass at that time that Abimelech and Phicol, the chief captain of his host, spake unto Abraham, saying, God is with thee in all that thou doest. Now therefore swear unto me here by God, that thou wilt not deal falsely with me, nor with my son, nor with my son's son, but according to the kindness that I have done unto thee, thou shalt do unto me, and do to the land wherein thou hast sojourned. And Abraham said, I will swear. And Abraham reproved Abimelech because of a well of water which Abimelech's servants had violently taken away. And Abimelech said, I wot not who hath done this thing, neither didst thou tell me, neither yet I of it, but today. And Abraham took sheep and oxen, and gave them unto Abimelech, and both of them made a covenant. And Abraham sent 7 ewe lambs of the flock by themselves. And Abimelech said unto Abraham, What mean these 7 ewe lambs, which thou hast set by themselves? And he said, For these 7 ewe lambs shalt thou take of my hand, that they may be a witness unto me that I have digged this well. Wherefore he called that place Beersheba, because there they swore both of them. Thus they made a covenant at Beersheba. Then Abimelech rose up, and Phicol, the chief captain of his host, and they returned into the land of the Philistines. And Abraham planted a grove in Beersheba, and called there on the name of the Lord and the everlasting God. And Abraham sojourned in the Philistines' land many days. Okay, so this one is basically starts with Sarah and Abraham having Isaac, which as promised by God, that they would have one. Abraham at this point is 100 years old, shouldn't be having kids, haven't been able to have one with Sarah because she wasn't able to bear a child. And when he's born, after 8 days, they circumcise him, and then she feeds him. And then once they have a big feast, once he's done being weaned, and at that point, Sarah then tells Abraham to get rid of Hagar and Ishmael, which from the previous chapters is also the son of Abraham with the slave from Egypt. And then we go from there where Sarah says there won't be another heir besides Isaac. So Abraham kicks him out, gives him water and says, leave, bottled water and bread. And they leave. So they're traveling on, they run out of water, and she takes Ishmael and lays him down in a bush and leaves him to die. She goes away, starts praying, and God comes to her and says that he'll take care of her, that Ishmael will also have a great nation to lead. And then a big old well appears. She's able to water him, get water. They both survive. And then Abimelech comes to Abraham, and they make a promise agreement that he won't deceive him anymore, and he's allowed to live there. He builds planted a grove in it's called Beersheba, and that is in the middle of the Philistines. So at this point, basically you have Isaac and Ishmael, both sons of Abraham. And Isaac goes on, and from there it goes down to basically where we get Judaism, because it all comes from Abraham. Judaism, Muslim or Islam, and Christianity comes from Abraham. And Ishmael is, with further reading, it's not in the Bible, obviously, but is said to be an ancestor of Muhammad, who wrote that started the Islam religion, Muslim, all that, all stems from Ishmael, the son of Abraham, brother of Isaac, who went on to do Judaism, and Christianity stemmed from that branch. So you can look at this, and since God saves Ishmael, he basically saved the person that one of the descendants would start Islam. What that means, I don't know, but it's right there in the Bible. So thanks for listening. Have a good day.